There's some pretty toxic pass rushing going on in the community right now. EA has started to unload on us with passive unstoppable force X factors. Now, traditionally, I would never be an advocate for running the pre-lit versions of unstoppable force or dual threat. And that's because I think coverage X factors are better. But if you guys are looking at some of the passive abilities in this game that you can equip that are truly X factors, for instance, the unstoppable force baked in on Julius Peppers or Micah Parsons, there's some equity in the user rush game. So let's go ahead and show you guys how this is done, and we'll talk about how to counter it. Now, this is a banger, so make sure you guys are subscribed right here to the Zan Madden YouTube channel. Hit that notification bell so you are notified of all the uploads, like those of you that were notified right at 9 a.m. when this banger went live.
You like that? You like that?
Let me know in the comment section, are you guys with me on the notifications? And if not, why not? So here's the thing about user rushing with unstoppable force. Again, I'm not a big fan of it when it's a glowing X factor, but if it's a passive ability on the card, this allows you on certain downs and distances to get really, really glitchy. Now, my advice is to use players that have really high power move and finesse move, as that's going to give you the opportunity to use either type of move and kind of give yourself more wins, if you will. Players will develop resistance to certain tactics. As you can see right here, I've got a fair amount of resistance with this Jason Kelsey. Now, the thing about this Kelsey item is that it has secure and all day. If I were to click off of Julius Peppers and just let Kelsey block this as a AI player against an AI rusher, he'll do a far better job. But when you are using a player in the game tends to award you trying something with a user. So clicking on for ags on offense, for instance, you'll notice you'll catch a few more. And obviously here, rushing with the passer. Now, here's the trick with this. We are just going to use the right analog stick. If you press up on the right analog stick when the ball is snapped and you're starting to rush the passer, you will play a finesse move, in particular a swim move. So you're going to see right here, I can get straight through Jason Kelsey right away and get to the quarterback for a sack. And again, taking a look top down here, you can see this is basically as if we are not blocked at all. Barely any deterrent to the momentum. We're straight through. It's basically an A gap. Conversely, if you want to press the right analog stick down when the ball is snapped, you will get a bull rush animation that will play very similar to the swim move in terms of how fast this gets to the quarterback. Now, the D tackle is far and away the best place to rock this because this allows you in a lot of cases to play contain. So you can see right here, I can just crash my defensive line inside, QB contain, ball snapped. I'm coming straight through the middle. If you scramble left or right, I'm getting a sack right away with my contain players. But the truth is you could also use this tactic off the edge as well. So take a look right here at Micah Parsons. I'm going to be rushing off the edge against his offensive tackle. And in this situation, I could just press down and you get the same bull rush animation against a secure protector all day right tackle in John Runyon. And the same could be said if I wanted to do a swim move. You see, I could do a little rip, and you see right there that when I did that, it made the right guard block me, which brought JJ Watt through the A gap. So as you can tell, these passive unstoppable force abilities are super, super OP as it pertains to just beating the snot out of offensive linemen that have good abilities. But there is a counter that you guys can use to deter players from this working. Now, who remembers the offensive line video I did about a month ago, in which I broke down why my AP setup includes a post-up player? Well, the reason for that is that with most players rushing as a defensive tackle when they go to use this particular tactic, the only way that you can counter this move is by doing a post-up double team. So I'm going to click off of Julius Peppers right here. You can see I put the double team icon on him here. So I'm going to certify that here. And I'm just going to block the running back. And what this is going to do is this is going to make my center that has the secure protector and the post up double team along with a guard that has secure protector and all day. And when this occurs, you will see, even if we don't get the double team that we were looking for right there, that was just a double team between two secure protectors. This ended up nullifying them altogether. This will actually end up being even better if we can get number 70, who's our center, involved in the double team as well. But as you see right here, this ended up being just fine because JJ Watt was secured on the double team with our post up Zach Martin. Kelsey and Thomas took the double team on the user rusher. This left us a little bit liable with the edge rusher, and you see that the edge rusher beat the running back, but I've got a way to kind of finagle that. So obviously with this particular tactic, this is a 4-man rush. There will be times that when you do the double team, you'll also need to couple this with a slide protection. So in this protection, not only am I going to double team Peppers, but I'm also going to slide protect to the left to make sure that the left tackles one-on-one with the edge rusher. Now, when we go to do this double team on this player that is a user rusher, you should see our post up slide that direction, which will prevent the split. You see, I can spam the button all I want. He's not going to get off the block for a long time. Now, as it pertains the edge rusher, it is a lot tougher to get a double team icon on this player. Truthfully, I can slide protect to the right from the offensive point of view and slap the double team icon on Micah Parsons. And that might not do anything for us in this regard. Now, in this example, we were able to do a pretty decent job. You're going to get a better animation if you get a post up player. You saw right there that it looked pretty darn good, but just be aware that a lot of times trying to overextend your offensive line to double team an edge will sometimes leave you liable for some serious one-on-ones here. So just be careful with this. This can sometimes get you beat. Doesn't give you much of a pocket step up into, because any of the 3 blocks to the left are left one-on-one. You're not really fortified here in this regard. However, not too shabby. I probably could have rolled out, cut the field in half a little bit, made a better read towards the sideline, but you can do the double team on this player as well. The only other option that I would probably urge you guys to consider as it pertains to this is you might go ahead and do a motion crack block. So let's say, for instance, I want to get a user rusher Micah Parsons out of this play, but I want to do a rollout corner to maybe Bo Jackson tight end. What I would do from an offensive point of view is put the double team icon on him. And then from there, when they are manually rushing, what we can actually do is do a motion snap of our inside receiver who's off the line of scrimmage and kind of crack block him. So you would see right here, if I were to try this and do this double team, now you see that I can't really split that with that player. I can roll out, hit my corner route on this. So you could do kind of a little bit of a motion chip block or a crack block to incorporate a double team. You might even leave a tight end in. That might be another option for you as well. Kind of use a delay route. And then from there, you could, kind of work the double team off of that. So again, double team icon on him. This would tell our delay tight end to get kind of a chip. You see right here, if I go to do this, you see there, he's in a spot where he just deters that guy from getting an instant win. So consider those options again, as it pertains to user rush. But again, the real equity in this to me is going to be being able to peel back. So let's say with this Julius Peppers item, he does get the ability to put, abilities such as, I believe, Lurker. I think he gets Lurk Artist maybe even on this as well. So in a lot of cases, you might be a threat to, get a bull rush off the edge. Maybe they put a double team icon on you, but then when that ball snaps, you're peeling back in coverage and trying to, make plays in coverage to make these catches. So, it could be a waste, just kind of scaring your opponent and thinking, oh, well, I need to double team this guy. And then you peel back in coverage. So there's a lot to this, but it is able to be countered. It creates a completely different mind game with your opponent. I've heard a lot of people say, oh my God, I can't stop the user rush with the unstoppable force. So go ahead and load up your defensive line with these. Again, they're not going to beat the AI consistently. Again, if I were to just snap this over and over, you see Peppers obviously does a worse job against Kelsey, and I'm able to step up in the pocket. But once you get onto that player and you just manually rush with them, life in this game is way harder. Just look at that. It's actually insane. So mix this in, a key third down, a key fourth down, especially if you catch them without identifier. Can be a huge play for you guys. Make sure you guys are subscribed right here to the Zan Madden YouTube channel. We'll have you guys with a short later this afternoon, or we'll hit you with another video tomorrow morning. Until then, this is Zan. Get the lab in. Good luck.